Okay, so let's finally show some notifications here. Okay, so let's go to what's this, notifications.php, and let's add one notification in here. So what I will do is create a div and give it an ID of notification, small letters. Okay, so there, this way we can add some styles up here. So since we don't have posts, we don't have post bar, or maybe we can leave these. Let me just leave these in case I might break something. So let me do notification. I'm just going to copy that onto there. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is define the height. So height, let me try 30 pixels, and then the width will automatically be 100%. And then the background color, we may need to add some background color there. Color, the text color, let's add let's see, maybe 666, like so. And then here, let me be more explicit and put EEE. Let me add a border so we can see where one ends and the other one begins. So 1 pixel, solid. Let's try AAA. Okay, so let's see what we've got. There we go. So that's one notification there. I think it's a little bit too low, so let's go for 40 pixels. Boom. Okay. Now let's put some text in there in the notification. So to put our text here, let us actually read. For now, we're just going to read everything that's in here with a query. So where is the query? Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just go in one of these, anywhere here, or maybe just before the notifications begin, put my PHP tags there. So let me request my DB. I'm going to say DB is equal to new database. And then finally, let's get data. You can name it anything you want. Data is equal to DB read with our query. So let's make a query here. Copy that. So the query is simple here. It's select all from notifications. So for now, we're just going to say limit how many notifications? Maybe 30. Semicolon. Okay. So hopefully the data here has arrived. So what we will do is check if the data has arrived. So let me just put some separate PHP tags here because we're going to be looping this segment right there. So what I would do is open up some PHP tags like this and say if is array data full colon. Let's close that, and then we're going to open some PHP tags below here and say end if semicolon and close tags. Let me push those in. So if this is array, then what I want to do is loop through this array. Oh, I need my PHP tags. Oh, so let's do our for each loop. For each data, but we're not going to be using this because we want to maintain the HTML down here, so I'm going to remove that. And also here I'm going to say for each data as what can we name it? It's a single notification row, so maybe I'll say notif row. This is and you can name this part anything you want, so I'll close that. And then just like end if, I will end for each here. Okay, so the reason I'm doing it this way is so I can still put my HTML tags here instead of having to echo this part in PHP. So great, let's see what happens. Okay, as expected, nothing. So let's go to somewhere here like this one. So let me like a few more posts here. Boom. Okay, so that we have more records in here. So now as you can see, even the unliking is giving me when I unlike this, it's still giving me the answer here, because one was an unlike, the other one was like. So we're going to deal with that and see how on the unlike we don't need to show anything, so or to save a notification. So there we go, now we have 3 notifications. So now I can add one more style here, a margin, just an ever so slight margin of 2 pixels. Like that, maybe way too small, so 4 pixels for now. Great. And then of course these are notifications. They're going to need to be links because they'll be linking to certain places. So I'll put a and an href there, get that href and put it here like this. Refresh, there we go. Now this part is going to get rather quite complicated here, so what you could do is push this into an external file. So let's cut this whole area here, and I'm just going to say include. So I didn't need to do this after all anyway, because I'm not going to be putting any HTML here anyway. So I'm going to include here a file. What we will call this file, let's call it single notification.php, semicolon. So now that I'm using this, I can remove that and remove that as well, so that all this is inside a PHP statement. So include that, and now let's create a new file, paste our content, let's organize it a little bit better, and I will save this obviously as the file here, single notification.php. Save. So let's make sure we haven't broken anything, so things are still showing. That's great. So now it's time to read the notification. So if you can see here, since there's an for each loop, so each one of these contains important information. So let me copy this here. If we go to our table, we'll see that there's user ID and the activity here. So let's echo these things out. So first thing we have to do is I'm going to echo the user IDs as they are before we can change them to actual names. Okay. So let's go to the single notification, some PHP tags. Okay, good. So usually a notification will read like so and so did this. So that so and so is the user ID, whoever did that. So that's what we start with. So I'm going to echo here notif row user ID. Okay, so that's the very first thing we echo, and then we're going to echo something else here, sentence. So now the next thing is the activity. So what did this person do? They liked something in this case. So we're going to check for the activity first. So an if statement here is in order. So we'll say if activity is equal to like. This means they did like something. Okay, let's copy that, put it here. So once we see that, we know that it's liked. Now we have to leave a space here so that after the name we have a space. So so and so liked. So now, depending on if the owner is you or somebody else, the pronoun will change. So if they're female, male, and so on, so so and so liked so and so's post. Okay, so let's put the name here, liked. I'll put another space here, liked, and then echo out. Let me come here before we think of pronouns here. This is content owner. And then here the content type is post. So there's post, there's comment. Let me go back here. So we'll see that the content type can be used as it is, the post, comment, or profile. Okay, so let me come back here and simply we're going to echo. Let's echo a space. Let's put an apostrophe here, S, like so, and then content, what's that row? Content type. Let's see what we've done, what monster we've created. So here we have this so and so liked so and so's post. It's as simple as that, and this whole thing is a link to something. Okay, so far so good. Now the thing is, we have to show the image of this user here. So let me go to these placeholders. These are inside images, and let's try user mail.jpg. So that's the first thing we're going to show here. So let's create an image tag. So it'll be like img source, and then the style here. Okay, and then close the tag. Style will be width. Since our thing is 40, so let's do 38. Let's try that. Oh, 34. Actually 32 pixels. Then let's add a slight margin and say 2 pixels. Okay, that should do. And then actually 34 is better. 34, 36 actually, so the 2 on the other side. Okay, so 36 will do. And then the source here is in images slash user underscore mail.jpg. Is the word wrap on as usual. Okay, there we go. So let's see what that does. Let's add more margin, maybe 4 pixels. Great. But then for the text to be on top there, let me float this. So I'm going to float to the left like that. So and so did that to your post, so and so on. So now to make this more readable, and let's remove the text decoration though. So ID notification, we can go to notifications here because this is where the style is. So I will say text decoration none. Let's see if that responds. Nope. So what we will need to do is copy this and then put an A, space A, so that we are talking about the links, and then cut that, paste it here. Let's see if that works. Nope. Doesn't seem to work. So let me cut this here. Let's put it directly right there inside the A tag. So let's put a style, text decoration, none. Okay, there we go. So that line is gone now. So the next thing we want to do is let's replace these with actual names. So that'll be very easy to do. Now remember that at the top here we already instantiated these guys, so it's not a good idea to instantiate what's this, classes inside loops, because that's going to run your memory down. So just instantiate them once at the top there, then we can reuse them. So we want to be grabbing the user, so let's get this one. So here I'm going to say user. Let's call this one actor, because that's the one that did the acting, the one that created the notification. So actor is equal to user get user, and let's give out the user ID right there. Okay, so if the actor exists, then if is array actor. Let me squeeze that. Opening tag. All right, so if the actor actually exists, so let's do all this. Here, instead of the user ID, we're going to have the actor's name. Is it first name underscore name? I think. Let me confirm this. Ooh, trying to get property of non-object. So this is not an object. So this get user doesn't bring me back an object, but maybe it brings back an array. So let's change things a little bit here. Let me do that. Since it's returning an array, is it? Okay, great. and then I can concatenate the last name. So dot put an empty string in between and last. Okay, so this one liked this one's post. So let's see who this other one is. So just like actor here, we're going to have owner. That's what we'll call that one. And here, instead of user ID, it's going to be owner, content owner. Actually, we're replacing this one here. So right there as well, we have to check if is array actor and both have to be on for us to proceed here. So if both are arrays, that's good, then we can proceed. So let me put owner here. Actually, I'm just going to copy this up to here and then copy owner, paste there, since it's the same exact thing. What have I done? Oh, I duplicated this. Sorry about that. Okay, so this one liked Mary Perry's post. Okay, so straightforward. So I liked this one. So now we need to be able to tell, it needs to be more accurate because this is my profile right now. That's the profile here. So it's supposed to be to say you liked Mary's post or something like that. Okay, so we're going to do those specifics, adding pronouns in the next video.